Right now, without deciding to, your eyes are jumping across this screen 3 to 4 times every second. You don't feel it, you have never felt it. Each jump is so fast that it should smear the entire world into a blur, like footage from a camera being shaken as hard as a hand can shake it. But your world looks perfectly still, perfectly smooth. And here's the part that should bother you. During every single one of those jumps, your brain shuts your vision off. You go blind, briefly, completely blind, hundreds of times an hour. Added up, and by some estimates, you spend close to an hour of every waking day seeing nothing at all. And not once have you noticed the lights going out. Everyone assumes they watch the world live like a window. That assumption is wrong. You are not watching the world. You are watching a recording of it, and your brain is the editor. Once you see how that edit is done, you will catch it happening for the rest of your life. Start with the blindness because it is real and it has a name. Those tiny eye jumps are called saccades. Your eyes do not glide. They snap from point to point like a spotlight cutting across a stage. And during each snap, the image flying across your retina is useless, a streaked mess. So your brain does something ruthless. It deletes it. It switches off the incoming picture for the length of the jump. This is called saccadic masking. You are blind for that instant, and your brain simply does not tell you. But deleting the blur leaves a hole, a gap of nothing. So the brain fills it, and the way it fills it is the strange part. It takes whatever you see after the jump lands and it pastes that image backward in time over the gap. It pretends you were already looking there. The cut is hidden, the film runs smooth. You can actually catch your brain doing this with a clock. Look at a ticking second hand right after you glance over at it. For a moment, that first second seems to last too long. It seems to freeze. That stretched second is not the clock. It is your brain backfilling the blind gap with the image of the clock, so the missing time gets stamped with a frozen second hand. Researchers gave this a name, chronostasis, the stopped clock illusion, and they can trigger it in a lab on demand. The ghost in your vision is not a glitch, they can summon it. And it gets stranger, because even when your eyes are still, you are not seeing now. Light hits your eye and it takes time, around 1/10 of a second, for that signal to become a picture in your mind. 1/10 of a second does not sound like much until you are crossing a street or catching a ball or a car is coming. In that much time, the world has already moved on. So your brain does not show you the present. It cannot. Instead, it predicts. It builds a best guess of where everything is right now and shows you that. You are always watching a forecast, rendered just slightly ahead of the truth. For a long time, all of this sounded like a flaw, a brain full of gaps and lag and deleted frames. The newer way to see it is almost the opposite. Think about what your brain is actually pulling off. Thousands of times a day, it cuts the footage, drops the unusable frames, and splices the good ones together so seamlessly that you, the only person in the audience, never see a single edit. That is not a malfunction. That is continuity editing, the same trick that makes a movie feel smooth, except your brain does it live for free, flawlessly every waking second. You do not have a window onto reality. You have a private film cut by the best editor you will ever meet, and the editor is you. So here's your job this week, and it is really a question pretending to be a job. Find a clock with a second hand, look away, then snap your eyes back to it and watch that first second stretch. That is the edit. That is the cut you were never supposed to notice. And once you have felt it once, you will start to wonder what else your brain is quietly smoothing over to keep your world feeling seamless. So what else do you think you are seeing live that your brain is actually editing for you?